signing in now. Hi, hi. All right, so we're going to start standing. Make sure you've got your water and your towel close by. We're doing Creative Mat Flow, so we will get a little hot. I'm assuming. And Jessie will help me out with some modifications, advancements. Any injuries, please take the modifications where appropriate. Okay, we're going to start standing. So you can stand on your mat or off your mat if you have the space. There will be a bit of balance challenge. So if you choose to make it a little easier, step off your mat, have your feet hip width apart. Good, and just standing tall, feeling the feet connecting through the mat and really lengthening your spine here. And we're just going to start by pedaling the feet like a walking action if you've done your reformer. And just warming through the feet. Good, and keeping that length through your spine. Good, and let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, lower both feet down, and let's go into calf rises. So lengthening, and we rise up, pressing through the 10 toes, but pressing a little more into your big toe. Good. As you lower the heels down, try and lengthen your spine a little bit more. Lifting, lowering. Good. For 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. So now let's warm a little more into our legs. We're going to bend the knees, come into a little squat here, reaching the arms next to your ears, and then come up and press. Just make sure you've got your audio off for now. Unmute, sorry, so that way we don't have any disturbances. Good, and squat, and then let's open the chest a little more here as we come up, and reach forward, breathing in, and arch and press. Good, let's go for 4 more. Push the floor away through the feet, press up, and 3, lengthen up, and 2, press, good, 1 more. And up. Good. We're going to step our right foot back and reach our arms forward. Testing our balance a little more here. You're going to step onto the left foot and bring the right knee up and step back on the right foot. Good. Now you feel your balance challenge, right? So you might want to step off your mat if it's feeling quite unstable, especially if your mat is on top of your carpet or a thick mat. Good, and 4 more, come upright, hinge forward, and 3, good, that left leg should be nice and warm, 2, last 1, good, and then return back, shake it out. Good job, ladies. All right, other side, other leg, extend back, reach forward, and we come upright, grow tall, and step back. Good, upright, lengthen, and release. Good, step up, and back, lengthen the spine. Good, 4 more, 2 more, and 3, 2 more, and 1 more. Good, step it back, and come up and shake it out. Legs should be feeling a little warmer. So step with your feet over on either side of your mat. I'm going to stand to face the camera so you can see what we're going to do. So the feet are a little wider than the mat. Reach the arms out in front. I'm going to bend towards my right knee, or you can mirror me in the camera. Come back and to the other side. Good. And then shift over a little. So we go side, side, just making it flow. And now we can really warm up the hips. Little twist through the body. Good, pushing through the feet to transition. Good, looking nice. 4 more. And 3. Reach. Good. 2. And 1 more each way. Good. Now let's lean onto the first leg. I'm on my right leg. You might be mirroring me. So from here, I'm going to shift my arms to the other side. I'm going to step on my left foot and bring the right one up. Balance, and then step back onto it. Yes, nice everyone. And up, and step across. So I'm keeping my left leg straight the whole time. So that's my anchor leg, my stabilizing leg here as I come up. And then I step and bend onto the right knee. 4 more. Let it flow. 3, 2, and 1. Good, and relax. Shake it out. Good, other leg. So we lean, bend onto the opposite leg. I shift my arms away from my bending leg. I step onto the straight leg, lift the knee, arm shift to the other side, step back, lunge, and up, twist a little, step back. You can make up your own arms, whatever feels most natural to you. Good, 4 more. 4, press, 3, good, and 2. Last one. Good. All right. Nice. So these legs should be warmed. So let's come back. I'm going to step onto my mat. Still facing now with my mat in front of me. I'm going to reach the arms out in front. I'm going to squat all the way down. I lift my heels and I come onto my knees. So kneeling upright. We're going to open up the hips before we get down to lying on our back. Good. So let's start with hands on hips. I'm going to step my right foot forward. And my foot is a little bit further forward than my knee. So you might need some extra padding on your knee. Yes, good idea. So let's have both hands onto the thigh. Press into the thigh and grow tall. And then I come forward. I get this nice opening through my thigh. And then I press back a little. Forward. Now it's easy to sink into our lower back here. So keep this lengthening through the spine. So that now you can feel more opening through that left hip. 4 more. And 3. Good. 2. Last one, press and hold. I'm going to stretch my left arm up, the same arm of the leg that's sitting back, that's back on my knee. And I'm going to take a side bend over to the right towards my front bent leg. And then take nice long breaths here, breathing into your rib cage. Exhale, stretch a little more into that side bend. Good, hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and press back. Let's change to the other leg. So reset yourself, change the knee pad if you have, and then 1 foot forward, left foot forward. The knee foot is slightly forward than the knee. Both hands on, press down and lengthen, and we sink forward, opening the hip. Good, watching the lower back here that we don't sink the back, keep a lengthened spine. Nice, and really opening the hips up. If you've been sitting at home on your sofa, on your laptop, these muscles are probably getting quite tight, yeah? 3, and 2, good, 1 and hold. Same arm as leg here that I'm kneeling on. I reach up and I side bend over to the left, away from the leg I'm kneeling on. And we hold and we really open the side of the rib cage up, breathing in. Exhale, try and reach a little more, holding for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay, let's come to lying on your back. So maybe we go the same way around now. What do you think? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to come to lying on your back. So your feet are about in line with the knees and hips, and come all the way down onto your back. Good, arms reaching by your sides. And we're just going to start with some small pelvic rocks into our bridging. So from here, we rock the pelvis. I draw into my abdominals. I feel my tailbone almost lifting, and then I rock back. So very small movement, not quite lifting the pelvis up yet. So just nice, easy rocking forward and back, loosening up the lower back. Good, for 4, and 3, and 2. Last one, we go into the pelvic tilt. You lift your hips and you peel your spine up onto your shoulders. Really lengthen here through the thighs, through the body. Inhale, and then exhale, melt your spine back down onto the mat. bone by bone. Good, everyone's looking nice there. And peel and lift, rolling back up. Inhale, hold, lengthen the thighs forward, and then melt your spine down. Upper back, middle back. Really try and get that lower back down before your hips. Good, and again, peel and lift. Let's do 2 more like this. I'm just gonna come and take a little look. It looks like you're having troubles. I think you have 2 cameras on. Okay, she's okay now. No, you're okay? Okay, cool. All right, the last one here, and then rolling your spine back down, bone by bone. We add on a little bit here. So we're gonna work a little bit more into the back of our thighs. We roll our spine back up into bridging, and we're gonna stay up here for a little while. I'm gonna lift my heels up and down. Lift my heels up and down. 2 more. The pelvis isn't lifting any higher. I'm just lifting through the heels. Good, that's 4. Pause. I lower my bottom down a little. I press and lift. Hips down a little. Press up. I'm connecting through the back of my thighs to lift the hips. We do 1 more. That's 4 each. And roll your spine back down, bone by bone. Inhale at the bottom. Let's do that again. Peel, lift, back up into your bridge position. Hold it. Now we lift the heels up and down. Lift, lower. 2 more. 2. Good. 1 more. Keep the heels down. Lower the hips a little. Press and lift. Inhale down a little. Exhale up. 2 more. And 1 more. Good, and melt your spine back down, bone by bone. And take a little hug of your knees into your chest. Okay, so we're gonna increase the challenge with our bridging. So here we're gonna go into some single leg. I'm gonna start with an easier variation, and then I'll progress to something more challenging. You can always choose to stay with the easier version. So we peel our spine back up into the bridge and hold. Keeping the pelvis as steady and still as you can, we take our right leg to tabletop, and then we lower it back down. Good, let's stay on the same leg, so the right leg lifts and lowers. We do 2 more on the right leg to make 4. Your left leg should be working hard. Let's switch, and left leg up to the mat, lift. Tap, lift, 1 more. Good, lower the foot back to the mat. Roll your spine back down and release. So I'm gonna make this a little bit harder so you can stay with what we just did, or if you want more challenge on your hamstrings, we add a développé leg. So I'll show you. We peel our spine up, roll up, up, up. We bring the leg to tabletop. I extend it up to the ceiling. I reach it down, down, down as low as I feel I can, back into tabletop. Up, reach. So it's like you're doing a bicycle leg. 2 more. 1 more, back through tabletop. Lower. Ooh, how's that feeling on your legs? Other leg, float the leg. We extend, we reach down, keep the length. Fold and lift. 3. Up and reach. 2, up and reach, 1 more. Good, take the foot back down onto the mat. Roll your spine back down, bone by bone, and hug your knees into your chest. Good. All right. We are a little more warm. So let's continue hugging the right knee in, and the left leg extends out straight on the mat. So really press it down. Hugging that left knee in, and like a little stirring, circling the leg around, really deeply warming up the hip. Good, and change direction. Roll the other way for 5, 4, keep pressing that left leg straight into the mat. 2, 1, good. We bring that leg to tabletop. I take my arms a bit wider than my mat, and I press. Good. From here, we're going to roll, take it into like a hip roll. I'm going to roll over and lift that hip off the mat, and then I turn my head away, and then I come back. And repeat, I roll, keeping both shoulder blades connected to the mat. 2 more like this. Roll the hip off and come back. Good, 1 more. Now I'm going to help demonstrate with Jessie how to add the leg extension. So she's going to roll her leg back over, keeping the same leg down. So repeat the hip roll, and then she's going to extend the leg out straight and reach it towards the wall. Then she brings her knee back to tabletop and rolls back. Repeat, so you roll the leg over, and then extend the leg out straight. Yes, good. Bend your knee back into tabletop and roll back. Let's do 2 more. So you roll. You extend the leg long. Bend the knee back in. Roll your body back. 1 more. And roll. Stretch the leg long. Really reach it for this last one. And bend. And roll back. Good. Let's take the leg back down onto the mat. Give it a little shake out. And then we hug our left knee in towards the chest. And I really stretch this right leg straight and pressing it down. Good. Nice easy circle. Circling that thigh bone into your hip. 3, 2, 1. Reverse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring that leg to tabletop. Press the arms into the mat. The first variation, we just roll the knee over. So you've still got 1 leg on the mat and 1 leg at tabletop. So here we roll the leg across, allow the hip to come off, but the opposite shoulder stays connected to the mat, and roll back. 2 more. Roll and center. 1 more. Okay, now we add the leg extension. So again, repeat. We roll. Now we pause. We extend the leg straight. Bend at the knee, come back. Roll back. Gently press back into the arms and shoulders. Repeat. Roll. Extend and reach the leg long. Bend it back in. So make sure your leg is rolling across your body. So not out wide. So come across. Reach. Bend. And back. 1 more. And roll. Extend. Bend. And back. Good. All right. Give your legs a little shake out. Hug your knees into your chest. Good. Okay, so we're ready for some abdominal work now. So let's take our legs to tabletop and reach the arms towards the ceiling. Take a long breath in. Exhale, curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Reach through the fingertips. Inhale, roll back down. Exhale, curl and reach. Look over your knees, over your toes. Good. Inhale back. 2 more like this. If any of you need to do this with the feet down, there's also an option there. If there's any lower back issues, please place the feet down. Okay, we add on here a little bit like hundreds, but a creative twist to it. So we curl up, we pump the arms 5 times. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause, legs in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Repeat the arms. We go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, knees. In, 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 and pump the arms again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and pump the arms. We go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees in, 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 in. One last. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold in, in. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees. You should have felt your lower abs and your upper abs working. Good. Nice job. Jesse's really enjoying it too, in case you needed to know. All right, so we curl our head, neck, and shoulders up. We've got the hands on top of the shins. My elbows are wide. I'm pressing my shins up towards the ceiling at the same time as pushing my hands down. So I've got a nice push-pull. Legs are narrow, so knees are close together. Okay, I shoot one leg out. I have both hands on top of my left shin. I lift my chest. I switch. Switch. Keep this shin parallel to the floor. Nice. Switch. Switch. Can you really reach this leg long? Shooting that toe across the room. 4, 3, 2. Hold here. I'm hugging my left knee in. And we lift our chest. Up, 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 and hold. Switch and lift. Lift, 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 lift and hold. Both knees in and release down. How's your abdominals? Feeling it? Good. Stretch your arms back. Okay, we have crisscross abs. Interlace your fingers. Take your hands behind your head and float your legs to a tabletop position. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, curl up. From here, I'm going to extend one leg out, my left leg, and then I twist across towards my right. Inhale, I come back through the center, and I twist. So I'm twisting towards the knee that is staying at tabletop. Inhale through the middle, and then I'm really reaching this leg long and low if you can. Inhale, center. Now you could also just keep the legs at tabletop and continue the rotation here if you needed to modify. Good, now let's pick up the pace. We go twist and switch, switch, switch for more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, okay, stretch everything out, shake it out. Nice job. All right, so I'm going to give our abs a little rest. We're going to come back to them. But I want you to come into a side lying position. Now you've got two options here. Maybe, yeah, Jesse's going to lie all the way down. The other option is to prop up onto your forearm. So maybe Jesse can show both those variations. So our knees are bent and the feet are back in line with the tailbone. Good, so you can support yourself on your elbow. What you want to watch here is you're not sinking the body down like this. So you want to really lift up. Check that the elbow is directly under your shoulder. And if this is uncomfortable for any shoulder issues, just come all the way down like Jesse onto your side. So you've got two options there. So you're going to keep your feet together and you're going to lift your top knee up and back down. Okay? So I'm probably going to block you out of the camera for a moment, Jessie, sorry. So I place my hand on my hip in order to be aware of keeping my pelvis from moving. Common thing is we roll back. So place the hand there as a little anchor if you feel you need it. My feet are together, so I'm not letting my feet come apart. Yes, that looks good. Okay, so then we're going to challenge the clam by lifting our feet off. And then we repeat. So you could be all the way down or rested like me, or you could always come up. Ooh, and it does make it a lot more challenging. 4 more. 4. Good. 3 and 2, 1. Hold. We extend the leg out and close the clam. Lift, extend, and close. Keep that going. So what you want to watch here is when you extend at the knee, you're keeping the thighs still. So we keep it slightly turned out. Nice. And let's see if we can do 4 more. You up for 4 more? 3. 2. And last one, you should feel a nice burn in the hip. and relax. Good. Come onto your back. Before we do the other side, I have a little reward for you. It's probably not quite a reward. So, I've wrapped my hands around the back of my thighs. I'm pressing my thighs into my hands and then my hands back into my thighs. So there's like a push-pull. I'm creating tension here. I curl my head, neck, and shoulders. I push my thighs into my hands. I dive my feet to the mat, and that helps me come up to sitting. Easier said than done. I know the first one's always tough. Then we roll. I roll back for as long as I can, rounding my spine. My feet start to come with me, and then I melt my spine with as much control as I can back down. So really important to get this push, pull. It's going to assist you up. So I press my thighs into my hands, I dive forward. Much better. Good, ladies. Yes, nice. Inhale, hold it at the top, lengthen. Feet can be down here. And then we roll, roll, roll with control, melting the spine back down. Good. Let's do 2 more. And exhale, curl, press the thighs down. Inhale to grow tall at the top. And exhale, round through the spine, rolling down, start to bring the feet off with control. Good, inhale. Last one, curl, scoop, lift, inhale, up. And exhale, melt the spine, delay the feet, and come all the way back. Good, okay, so let's take our legs out straight, reaching the arms overhead. Now, if you have a tight lower back, a bit like me, I find doing the full roll up sometimes a little challenging if I've been sitting at my computer. So you could roll your towel up like a little tube, and I place it under my lower back. You may not need this, but it's just a good option for those who have a tight low back. So I've got long reaching legs, long reaching arms. I start to inhale and the arms and head lift. I scoop my belly, I push my back into that towel or into the mat, and I come forward into a nice spine stretch and grounding over a ball here. Restack the spine back up, and then I curl and I'm connecting my lower back towards the towel or onto the mat, and I control it down. So just like our assisted roll up, we're trying to curl and peel the spine with as much control as we can. Good, spine stretch forward. Restack the spine, inhale, and then round and keep the legs reaching forward as you roll your spine back, bone by bone. Nice control. Inhale back. And exhale, curl, lift, reach forward like you're reaching over a ball, rounding through the spine. Restack, grow tall. And exhale, curl, 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 round, round. So if you're using a towel, maybe if it's feeling pretty smooth, you could try without for the next 2 more. Curl, and reach forward. Restack, inhale, and exhale, scoop through the belly. Keep the legs reaching long. Inhale back, 1 more. Deep breath in, exhale, curl. Lift, dive forward, stretch, inhale up, and last one, rolling it back down onto the mat, bone by bone. Good, so let's come to the other side for our clams. So you're going to bring your head down the other end of the mat and choose whether you're propping up onto your elbow or coming all the way down. Our knees are bent forward, but our feet, our heels are back in line with our tailbone. Good, I bring my hand onto my hip. So here's your more advanced option. And we lift and lower the knee. Feet are connected. Lift, lower, good. Jessie's getting blocked there. Good, so she's got her hand on her hip, which is just keeping her aware of her pelvis not rolling back. So really good for you to do at home. And then on the next one, we're going to float the feet just off the mat. And then repeat the same thing. Lift the knee up and down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Good. Now if you're up on that forearm, really press down into it. Make sure the elbow is under your shoulder. Good. Looking nice, ladies. We've got 4 more, correct? 3. She doesn't like the sound of that. Last one. Now Jessie's going to hold the knee up and she's going to extend the leg from the knee. And then bring the feet back together, lower the knee down. Oh, it should be burning a lot now. If Jessie needs a rest, I can take over. And we've got open, extend, bend, lower, lift. Good. 4 more. And 4. Now watch the hip here. Ladies, we're rolling back a little. I can see a bit of this. So come right onto the side. I know it's tough. Ooh, 1 more. Oh, and guess what? I do have a really good reward for you is a glute stretch. So come onto your hands and knees. This is kind of like a yoga pigeon stretch. So I'm going to extend my left leg back. And I bring my right leg forward. And if you want to see from the other angle, I've got my shin coming across, my leg directly back, and we're going to come down onto the mat, and then roll back up. Good. So from the side, we roll down, and then I press back up, opening my chest. Down. If you need to increase the stretch, you bring your foot further forward. This foot here, the right foot, if you have it forward. And let's go for 4. Press up. 3. Press up. 2. And 1 more. Good. Let's tuck the toe under of the back foot. Find your plank position. And then we switch to the other leg. Release the back foot. Good, set yourself up here, and then we ripple the spine down, and then I press through the hands around, and come into a little extension, feeling a bit more hip opening here. And roll, press up, good, roll, press up, good, ripple, and up, good, 2 more. Good, and last one. Good, all right. Good, come to sitting. Let's come to prone, sorry. So coming over onto your stomach next for some back extension. So coming all the way down onto your waist. Really reach your legs long, actively feel the legs reaching. And then the arms are gonna be by your side with your palms facing up. My head and chest is slightly hovering. And I'm going to lengthen through my lower back, reaching my tailbone back. And from here, we're going to inhale, reach the arms and lift the chest and start to look to the front end of your mat. And then exhale down. Good. Keep that going. You inhale to lift and you're really reaching your arms. Eye gaze is forward. You can see with Jessie here as she lifts. Her eye gaze goes even a little beyond the mat, starting to lift a little higher. As you lift, I want you to try and keep this lengthening sensation from the tailbone, reaching out through your legs, reaching through your fingertips, but watch the neck stays long, so you're not lifting and looking up too high. You're keeping a nice lengthening through your neck. Good. 2 more. 1 more, let's hold this one. I'm going to pump my arms 4 times to the ceiling. It looks like this. We go 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I open out to the side. 4, back to my hips. Out, 3, and 2, and 1. Release down. Again, reach up, breathe in, and we pump the arms to the ceiling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Open out to the side and in. Open, in, Open in, lift your chest a little bit higher, and release down. Good. Turn your head to one side, relax. Okay, prone press up. So our hands are coming down, so the heel of the hand is about in line with the bra strap. Fingers are pressing into the mat, and make sure the elbows are drawing towards each other. Again, legs are long, and the chest is slightly lifted. All right, from here, similar movement to our dart. We inhale, and we lift towards the lowest rib, looking beyond our mat, and then exhale down. Keep that going. If you take a look, I'm going to make sure Jessie's elbows are more closer to her rib cage and not opening out. So imagine you're trying to squeeze a ball between your elbows, pressing the floor away and reaching your elbows to the wall behind. Now gradually you can start to lift a little bit higher, but some of you, I need you to watch the shoulders. So glide your shoulders down as you start to lift. Feel the length in your neck. Yes, good, much better. You can start to lift towards your navel as Jessie is demonstrating. She's coming even up onto her hips, onto her thighs now, so she's coming into her full swan. Good, and then she's going to melt her body back down. You may not want to come all the way up, so if you feel okay, you're going to actively press the floor away. You're going to widen through your collarbones. She's really lifted up off her hips onto her thighs. Like you're watching the sunset, you're going to slowly watch the wall coming down with your eye gaze down to the mat. Nice, let's do 2 more swans, ladies. Press the mat away. As you reach the top, shoulders melt down, wide through the collarbones. And roll your waist and chest all the way back down. Good, 1 more. Good, now Jessie's going to show a progression here, our swan dive. So she's going to release down and reach her legs up off the mat. This is an optional challenge if you would like to get a little more work in your back body. She's allowing the legs to float up, and she's only going to do 2 more. Yes, looking good, ladies. Nice. Please keep going for a few extras. I know you started after Jessie. And then when you're done, you're going to sit back to your prone press. I promised Jessie an easy class. Good. Come and recover in a child's pose. Looking good, ladies. Nice swan dive. All right. So now a little bit of weight bearing. So coming onto our forearms. So we are going to get a little warmer, so please grab water if you need. I think we are going to both take a water. Swan dive. Makes you warm. Okay, so I'm going to start with some weight bearing on our forearms, and then we will go towards the hands. But at any point you need to stay on the forearms. That's a good option if there's any wrist issues. Okay, so like you're going to hold your arms a bit like the genie arms. And you're going to come onto the mat and take that shape. So we want to have the elbows under the shoulders, more or less. And then we're going to step our feet into a plank position and lower ourselves down into a nice straight line. Now I'm going to turn towards the camera, swiveling on my feet, and I open myself up. And I reach the arm up to the ceiling. I come back and find that start position. Then we rotate to the back. Reach up, look towards the arm, and then come back. Keep that going. Turn towards the camera, reach the arm up. Good. Come back, find your plank. Good. Now you can stay with the version Jessie's doing, and at any point, please take a rest. Ladies who want a little more, we come to the side. We lower the hips down and up. Come back through plank. Turn to the other side. Lower lift. And come back. Keep that going. Anytime you need to just hold your plank as a variation modification, you can. Good. Nice, ladies. All looking really, really good there. Lower lift. Good. If you're up for it, we do one more each way, each side. Once you're even on both sides, come back and onto your knees and rest into your child's pose again. Good, nice job. So we're going to then go onto the hands next for some plank, full plank variations. So you want to spread your fingers wide and have the hands under the shoulders if you want to go slightly forward. And then we're going to step our feet and find our plank position. Good, I'm going to lift into an inverted V, pressing my chest towards my thighs, and then I come back into my plank. And again, I press to my inverted V, press the chest towards the thighs, and then I come back into my plank. Nice, 3 more. And inhale, press. And exhale into plank. And 2. And into plank. 1 more. Good, into plank and hold. We bring the right knee in, step back to plank. Left knee in, step to plank for 6. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, inverted V, or you could come down to your knees and stretch. All right, back to plank. All right, wait, yes, good. So from plank, we lift the right leg up and we take 5 pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower, inverted V. Back to plank. Hold, other leg, left leg, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and inverted V. Woo. Come back to plank. One last variation. I bring my right knee in, but I twist it across towards my left elbow. Step it back. Other leg, twist. Back, twist. Back, twist, and 4, 3, 2, 1. To the knees. Woo, and release. Nice job. That was hard. All right, you've deserved a nice mermaid to release everything. Yes, grab another drink if needed. All right, so when you're ready, we've got the mermaid position. So I'm in my Z sit here with my left leg back, or you can mirror me, however it's working on your camera. The other option, which Jessie's going to take, is sitting cross-legged. So sometimes if you have a little bit of uncomfortable sensation in the hips, you can't get the hips down. The other option is to stay where I am and you pop a block or a rolled up towel under the opposite hip, so that will help level the hips. I think most of you look pretty comfortable. Good. All right, sitting tall, reaching the arms out. I'm going to side bend towards the leg that's bent back and take my mermaid here. Good. Inhale, come back through center. And then we side bend over the other way. Here I pause, I try and press this hip back down, and then come back up, breathe in, and exhale over. Inhale up, and exhale over. Press that hip back to the mat. Inhale. Now watch the shoulders here. As we place weight on the hand, we keep that shoulder relaxing down and not creeping up. Good. And over. Pause here. So the fingers here on my right hand, I'm turning towards the mirror, towards the camera. And then I'm going to reach and twist and turn, look to the wall behind, and then come back to my mermaid. Good. The hand can rotate back here, or you can keep it forward. So we're really trying to get some rotation through the spine. I'm turning through the neck, the head, the shoulders, the ribs. I really reach through. And back to my mermaid. 2 more. And open. Good. 1 more. And come back. Come all the way up through the middle. And take one more over to the other side and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, let's change to the other leg. So if you had your legs crossed, maybe switch which one's in front, just so you keep getting balance there. See how you feel on this side. Sometimes one hip can be tighter. So again, if it's this hip tighter, you're going to put the towel on the other side if needed. Good, sitting tall. We side bend over to the leg that's bent back first and open. Inhale, come back up through center, over to the other side. Here we tend to lift the hip easily, so feel that sit bone lengthening back into the mat. Inhale up, exhale over. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale, grow tall, exhale. Good, one more here. We come over and we hold. I turn my fingers to point forward. I start to spiral my spine. I twist and I reach, turning, looking through, and then come back to the mermaid. The hands can return or they can stay. And twist. And mermaid. Good, really rotating, really twisting the spine. Imagine it's like a wet towel and you're really trying to squeeze the water out as you twist. Good, and one more. Good, come back to the mermaid. Come all the way upright. And one more side bend over here and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, so we come to turning around so we're facing to the side and we're going to go into some rolling like a ball. Okay, so we're going to hug the legs in. My hands are wrapped around my shins and I'm going to point the toes and rock back so I'm just behind my sit bones and we're going to try and balance here. I've got that nice open shape through my arms. Making the shape of the ball, I'm looking through my inner thighs. I'm going to roll to the widest part of my shoulders and then come up and try and hold that position. You may have to put your feet down and then inhale back, exhale up. So we keep the shape. I'm trying not to roll back heavily onto my head, neck and shoulders. Good, 4 more. Inhale back, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. All right, so then we're going to come all the way down on our back into our rollover. So we're nice and warm. To come down onto your back, and we're going to go into an inversion, a rollover. So if you're not going to take any inversion exercise, you can continue with some bridging. We did do the rolling like a ball very well, so I think most of us are okay. So we bring our legs towards straight, towards the ceiling. Arms are pressing into the mat. I'm going to take my legs down a little to 45 and then I'm going to bring them back, press into the mat, roll over. Not onto my head, neck. I'm onto the widest part of my shoulders. My neck feels relaxed and light. Legs are parallel to the floor. We keep reaching the legs towards the wall behind as I roll my spine back, resisting the legs coming back. And then reach the legs back down to 45. Good. So if you're not up for the full roll up, you could go back to some bridging while we go through this if you need to. And again, roll. Inhale. And then let's exhale it down, bone by bone. Inhale. Good. 2 more. And exhale. Press the floor away. Roll. Not too more onto your head or your neck. Onto the widest part of your shoulder. And then melt your spine back down. Inhale. 1 more. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. Melt. 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 Good. Bring your legs to tabletop. Take the arms overhead. So that's all for the inversions. So let's finish with some teaser before we come up to standing. So we're going to inhale the arms, exhale, I'm going to curl up and I'm going to try and extend my legs out here, hold it, and then bend at the knees and roll back down. Inhale, exhale, I curl, I reach my legs, and just behind my sit bones like we did with rolling like a ball, and then I melt back down, reach the arms overhead. Again, curl, reach, lift, hold, look over your toes. Nice, ladies. And roll it back. Good. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Curl, reach, hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Good. Come onto your hands and knees. We're going to work our way up for our standing sequence. So we're nearly there. Okay? If you need a drink, grab a drink. How are you? Good? Okay. So, we come to our plank position. Don't worry, we won't be in plank for long. All right, I'm going to step my right foot forward. I come up. I open my chest, come into a nice extension, feeling this opening through your hips. Come back down, place your hands onto the mat, and then find your plank. Other leg. Step forward. Push through your left foot, come up, open. Now if you're feeling quite unstable, you could maybe come off your mat if you needed, or make that as your added challenge. One more each leg, step. Reach up, push through both feet, feel your feet connected, come back, find your plank. Good, one more. Press through both feet. Open, arch. Good, come back, hands down. Find your plank. Lift to inverted V. And walk yourself back towards your feet, bit by bit. And slowly roll your spine back up to standing. Good, I'm going to change sides. You can stay there, Jessie. And we'll stick with our mats. So you may want to move your mat and do this on your hard floor. It's going to be a little easier for balance. But by all means, stay on your mat for a further balance challenge. So your choice. Okay. So hands on hips to start with. Step your right foot forward and your left leg back. Good. We started the class a little bit like this. So we're going to change it a little. So I keep my weight on my front leg. My left knee is coming in and out. In and out. Good. Once you feel you've got the balance enough, you can stay there or reach the arms in front. And then we keep the legs going as I slowly bring my arms up. We find that same shape we were just in the exercise before. We're arching. And then I come back down. Down. I round my spine. Round my spine. Good. One more. And in. And up. Up. Open the chest and reach forward. Down. 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 And relax. Whoa. Surprisingly hard, isn't it, ladies? Relax. Let's do the other leg. So I have my left foot forward now. Right foot back. Hinge forward. Hands on hips. This leg is strong and stable, staying fixed. And then my right leg in. 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 You can stay with your hands on your hips. Or add. Arms forward. And left. Arching the back. Arching the back. Reach to the ceiling and forward. Forward. Round the spine. Round the spine. One more. Lift. Lift. Arch and down. 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 And relax. Woo. Nice hot legs, right? Good. Okay. So then let's come back onto our mat, or not. If you haven't got your mat, doesn't matter, sorry. So let's reach both arms up to the ceiling. A little bit of an extension, and then you're going to dive over. Roll your spine down like you're rolling over a ball. Coming all the way down as far as you can. Keeping the legs straight here. And let's hang out here for a little. Let the arms hang heavy. Let the head hang heavy. Bring a bit more weight towards your toes. And then push the floor away through your feet and rebuild the spine, bone by bone. Coming all the way up. Circling the arms out wide, coming into a nice extension through the body. And then dive back over. Repeat. Rolling over. Release the pelvis. Good, and depending how you feel here, you could wrap the arms around the back of your thighs and draw yourself in a little closer. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the arms go. And then rebuild the spine. Draw the belly in, stacking bone by bone back up on top. Reaching the arms up to the ceiling. A little arch. Good, bringing the arms back down by your side. And let's come to the little calf rises that we did at the start. So you're going to lift the heels and lower the heels. Rise and lower. So we should be feeling quite a big difference now from the start to the finish of the class. Feeling a lot easier through our body. Good. And 4 more. 3. Good. 2. Hold the next one up, reaching the arms towards the wall in front. Hold it here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms lift and release back down. Good, let's try our balance on one leg. So take one foot off, reach the arms in front. See if you can lift slowly up. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1, that was hard. And release the other side. Firstly, grow tall. Push the floor away through your foot. And we lift the heel. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. I threw that one in, didn't I? All right, guys, let's do one more. Reach up to the ceiling. And let's dive over one last time. Hang out here. Let it all shake out. And roll your spine back up. Reach to the ceiling. Good. Shake it all out. Thank you, ladies. Really good job. Hope you feel good. If you want to turn your audio on, you can give me any comments, feedback. All good? Hope you got sweaty. Good. Thank you, ladies. You worked really well. Nice job. So join me back again tonight at 7, or there's plenty of classes tomorrow and for the rest of the week. Jessie's got a gyrokinesis class on tomorrow? Tomorrow, 12. So a really nice way to mobilize the spine and a little bit more. So thank you. All right. Have a good day. Thanks for working out with me.